Deion Sanders losing cool on Shedeur S. Anders trends as Colorado QB finds NFL father figure. While there is an entire list of college athletes ready for the coming draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Shedeur Sanders is on another level. The Buffalo's quarterback played under his father and Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. While their bond was strong, Coach Prime never gave his son special treatment. In fact, he made sure to coach him fairly and push him to develop into a potential NFL star. That discipline was clear one day when the young quarterback let his emotions get the best of him. Football is played physically, but it's planned in the mind. You can't afford to let your emotions take the wheel. It's a recipe for disaster. A video of Shedeur Sanders has been trending, showing his father disciplining him during a high school state championship game. At the time, Shedeur played for Trinity Christian School in Trinity Hill, where Deion was the offensive coordinator. Overtime SCN first posted the clip on December 28, 2019. In it, referees eject Shedeur for throwing a punch. Deion, clearly furious, grabs him by the collar and yells, "Don't you ever do this. Do you understand me? You are a man. We don't play like that." That's the right approach. That if your emotions run wild in crucial moments, don't expect much from yourself. It's the grit in those moments that defines your future. The college QB owned his mistake and said, "I just feel all these emotions building up from the whole entire game. From all them late hits and all the bad calls, really. And they just came out." It happened a long time ago. Since then, he's learned how to handle high-pressure situations. His draft journey has been anything but smooth. At the NFL Combine, he ranked among the top 3 quarterbacks, with the New York Giants showing strong interest. But they ended up drafting Russell Wilson instead. That move shifted expectations. Many analysts now believe he'll be selected later in the draft. Most see the Pittsburgh Steelers as frontrunners, with head coach Mike Tomlin holding the final say. Shedeur Sanders and Mike Tomlin, a potential lethal union. The college QB visited the Steelers facility a few days back. He loved the vibes and also met the coaches. But there's a harsh reality. If Aaron Rodgers commits to the black and the gold at the last moment, he will have to sit on the bench until he gets a chance because of injury or any other reason. But he accepted it with full confidence, leaving it to the head coach. He has found a fatherly figure in him. You understand the mindset and why they win a lot. You see how Mike Tomlin is as a person and the values the team has, Shedeur Sanders said. He continued the praise by adding, "What he preaches from his staff down is similar to my dad." That's a lot of confidence there between the rookie signal caller and the veteran NFL coach. Together, they could script a great comeback story in the league. The Steelers have also been waiting for a trophy since 2008, which was the head coach's second year. Since then, they've struggled to find a solid quarterback. Will their search end with the Buffalo's QB? It certainly looks like it. Deion Sanders Jr. drops 3-word message on brother Shedeur amid buzz to get drafted outside top 3. Shedeur Sanders keeps setting the internet on fire since the moment he decided to turn pro. We're back where we began, guessing which NFL team will draft him. Initially, NFL insiders at the Combine called him arrogant and brash. Then, his impressive deep throws at his pro day eased all concerns, until critics fixated on his ball-patting gesture before every throw. But despite the negativity, his family remains supportive, and his brother, Deion Sanders Jr.'s message for him shows it perfectly. Now, we all know Shedeur Sanders' draft stocks have been a roller coaster ride since day one. From getting hyped for being in the top 5 to falling at number 21, things turn weird for him pretty fast. And now, things are getting trickier. Look, BetMGM had him as the plus 300 favorite to go number 1 overall last year, but he's now at 66-1, a far cry from the top pick, especially with Cam Ward's minus 10,000 odds. Despite this, he remains a significant liability for sportsbooks, indicating persistent betting interest. The key question is, which team will draft him? And would Jackson Dart surpass him as the second-picked QB? The NFL draft is all about supply and demand, and this year, quarterback demand is low. Many teams already have a starter. And the worst part? Aaron Rodgers' free agency status only complicates matters. But through it all, brother Deion Sanders Jr. is supporting Shedeur, posting childhood photos on Instagram with the caption, "Shedeur been turned," highlighting his unwavering confidence. Bucky is not the only one who is supporting his brother Shedeur. Even Deandra Sanders made it clear by her message that his brother should eliminate the outside noise and focus on what's important for him. She said, "I don't really have a team. I'm just so proud of him for the way he works hard and his work ethic. It's like he's done this thing right. You always have my dad to lead you, but you have to want it as well for sure. So he's done this thing right. So I'm just proud of him, whatever team he goes to. I just want him to go where he would like to go. That's the best fit for him, and I'm just proud of him. It doesn't matter where he goes, but unlike Deandra Sanders, Coach Prime does have a draft day wish for his sons. Now we all know Shedeur and Shiloh are both going to turn pro this year, but their draft stocks are on opposite ends. On one side, Shedeur might be a second quarterback taken off the board as high as number 2 going to the Commanders. Shiloh's story is different. His projection is of a day 3 pick if he is selected at all. Shocking, right? But Deion Sanders has high hopes for both of them. As he says, "First and foremost, I wish they could go together. That would be great. Secondly, I want them to go to a city that understands who they are and what they bring to the table. A city that they could just be themselves unapologetically. Because I know my kids, they're not taught to front or fake or be something that they're not." Even though he is not joining them in the NFL, Coach Prime always has their back. But here's the kicker. Shiloh Sanders isn't the only one who might fall off the draft ranks. Shedeur Sanders' shaky draft stocks. Shedeur Sanders' draft stock, once a top 3 prospect, is falling after underwhelming performances against the Giants and Browns. Now, the Saints are aggressively pursuing him. Derek Carr's potential season-ending shoulder injury in 2025 has created a desperate need for a quarterback in New Orleans. What was once a possibility has become a priority. Look, Sanders was already a good fit for the Saints at pick number 9, but now it's looking even more likely. Betting odds reflect this shift. Before Carr's injury, BetMGM had the Saints drafting a QB first at plus 300. After the news, that bet plummeted to minus 105. Vegas is signaling what Saints fans already feared. They need a quarterback, no matter the cost. Teams drafting before New Orleans now have leverage, and those drafting later know who the Saints are targeting. If the Saints want Sanders, they'll likely have to trade up and pay a premium. Even Coach Prime fanned the flames, immediately suggesting, "Shedeur to the Saints?" This only intensified the Saints' buzz. Landing Shedeur might scrap the sit-behind Carr plan entirely. If Carr needs surgery, Spencer Rattler or Jake Hanner might start while Sanders gets limited reps. Not ideal for a rookie QB or first-year coach. Kellen Moore, who likely envisioned a smoother start. Frankly, it's a high-stakes scramble now. It's evident that Carr's injury made things messier for the Saints. Look, they might still get Sanders, but it will not be because they were willing to, but because there's no other option. Now, let's wait and see if Shedeur Sanders actually goes to Saints or things takes a U-turn on draft night.